I strongly, and I cannot stress this enough, but like rather emphatically I'm telling you, please rewatch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning right before you go in for Final Reckoning if you want to truly reckon with this film and its complicated, multi-dimensional storyline. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome to my channel where I'm bringing you coverage from the Cannes Film Festival. Today let's talk about Christopher McQuarrie's Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning in theaters this week. Picking up directly after Dead Reckoning, the movie opens with an ominous voiceover. The end you always feared is coming. Partly an acknowledgement that this 30-year franchise might finally be drawing to a close, the voice belongs to the dangerous AI known as the Entity. While it whispers these apocalyptic warnings, we are treated to a supercut of every Mission Impossible film so far. Young and old Tom Cruise seamlessly into one another. For long-time fans, this is an absolute treat, like graduating from a very long, very intense college course. Everything is about to pay off. Director Christopher McQuarrie and co-writer Eric Jendison spend 170 minutes hammering that point home. Old characters return in major roles, realistic face masks come off, and Tom Cruise pushes himself harder than ever. I swear, I'm pretty sure I saw him straight up pass out in one shot. With fire in its veins, this film travels through metro cities across the globe. Villains are villaining, cyanide pills are swallowed, knives are brandished, secret underground tunnels are blown up, it's all there. The messaging is classic and it is clear. Good versus evil, the old-fashioned way. If you're a fan, it is incredibly satisfying to know that a major movie star is willing to go this far to cater to your excitement, constantly raising the bar with insane death-defying stunts just to win your attention. For some others, the movie might feel like a glorious mess. Ethan Hunt's extra, world-saving plans always involve at least 3 layers of simultaneous action. For an espionage film, now that's expected, right? But when the movie repeatedly reminds you just how much plot has led to this moment, the overload becomes overwhelming. Strangely, the more the stakes escalate with every scene, the more the film sort of flattens. Everything on the screen hits you with the intensity of a solid cement block projectile hurled from a cannon. By the time one climbs back up from the impact crater, the next one is already at eye level. You're expected not just to catch it, but to calculate the cannon's make, the trajectory, and how it will affect the next upcoming scene. Not that one should expect simplicity from these films, right? Cruciform keys, source code, anti-god, rabbit foot, there's a bajillion MacGuffin and there are many terms that flood each scene and dialogue. Final Reckoning is also reckoning with the state of the world as it stands in real life right now, and how we might have come to the point of no return with regards to rampant misuse of AI, fascist governments, widespread and undistinguishable fake news. In one sequence, during a brutal fist fight with a gunda who's also a conspiracy theorist, Ethan Hunt grunts between blows, "You spent too much time on the internet."
What exactly is your plan?
Underneath the grandeur, making sense of the world has always been important to these larger-than-life films, an aim that's probably the clearest in this outing. At a masterclass I attended at the Cannes Film Festival where both McQuarrie and Cruise spoke for over an hour, the director said, without character, action to them remains just a spectacle. Tom Cruise has dedicated much of his career to becoming Ethan Hunt, blurring the line between actor and character through insanely well-conceived and executed stunt work. I was not ready for how hard that climax sequence goes. For most of the sequence, the climax one, Cruise is hanging off of multiple aircraft. She's battling, bleeding, maiming, injuring all at once. It's a perfect way to forget the real world, where no rogue agent with a literal key to our salvation will emerge to save the day. Will AI devour us all? Probably yes. Until then, I'm happy to believe there's a handsome man and Angela Bassett, Simon Pegg, Haley Atwell, Ving Rhames, Nick Offerman, Tremaine Tillman, racing across continents and underwater in submarines, trying to keep the world from falling apart. But it is a glorious mess still. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is one sequence you will constantly now hear about going forward is the submarine sequence, and for good reason. You have to see it to believe it. जाके देखो, और बताओ फिर कमेंट्स में आके. I have started to bring you reviews and interviews from the Cannes Film Festival thanks to my partners Pinkley and Policy Bazaar. दोनों के links I'm putting in the description below this video. It's a hustle. We're working very hard. All you have to do is subscribe and show your support. And comments कर दो कुछ अच्छे. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.